My name is Ian Odongo. I'm also known as Odojo's Gallery on my socials. I'm an events, portraits, and wildlife photographer. As an upcoming professional photographer, I've only done this for a year professionally. So I'm still trying to figure out my niche and also trying to make money. But I feel like the wildlife is really calling, and that's where I'm like going to niche down. But for now, I'm still trying to weigh options. My journey with photography is very interesting. I first held a camera in primary school when we used to go to school trips, and our school chairperson used to give me his video to the camcorders to record the school trips. And I actually got my first gig in 2014 after finishing class 8. I shot a wedding and it was really amazing. And after that, in campus, I used to just do portraits of people, just not professionally. After graduating last year, is now when I decided, now let me do this. I did communication and media. So I used to have this mentor from our church, and I used to be very curious about what he does. I fell in love with the camera really early, and so I used to tell him whenever he has gigs, he can always call me. I'm really willing to learn. And funny thing, the first time he called for us to go for a job, I actually got paid for that job as well. After that, we used to do church events. Maybe when our church used to have like big events where maybe a politician is coming, so I used to go and help him cover those events. I've had a lot of low moments in my career and life as well. I used to call myself the gearless photographer. So when I was starting out professionally, I didn't have gears like at all. Okay, so the first camera I ever used leave alone like my early times, like in high school or primary. So I'm talking about campus. It was a Canon 250D, which it was my best friend's camera. Actually, we bought it here at Cameras Africa. I think it was in 2021, I think. So I used to borrow cameras a lot, and from my friends, and maybe when now I started doing it professionally, I used to hire gears, and sometimes you hire and then the client doesn't pay, and yeah, so it was a struggle so much. And sometimes I remember I went to shoot this, it was Aurora show last year, and I got a call from home, and it was one of the saddest news I've ever gotten in my life. And I was like, should I just continue with the job, or should I just cancel the job and go back home? But there's something about the camera that it's a form of therapy to me. And immediately I started shooting, I forgot about everything, all my problems and stuff, and it was a good day for me. But now after shooting, all your problems just come back. So I think photography is everything to me. It's just me, my camera, the sound of the shutter, and my client. That's all that matters to me at the moment. Apart from being an events and portraits photographer, I usually do film stills. This behind the scenes of when they are filming movies. So there's nothing I love than being on set. Like, it's it's one of the best feelings. It's enthralling, as in one of the best moments of my life was early this year when we went to Loiter in Masai Land to film a feature film for 3 weeks. And actually it was one of the best moments of my life yet, and it was amazing. So the turning point of my life was when I got this gig. Actually, I got this gig through a guy. I went to a masterclass, and a cinematography masterclass. Then I kept contact with the teacher, And now I used to ask him a lot of questions here and there. And then this year, I just got a call from a Nigerian producer asking me to go and shoot BTS for them. And actually, this guy, he's called Jackson Kangede, he's a cinematographer. He's the guy who connected me with that job. And now this job being 3 weeks, I had to hire gears for the 3 weeks, and it was super expensive. It was like almost 80K, and the job was paying 90K. But I didn't. I actually told them, "Me, I'm coming. I'm packed. And now, thanks to God, I got a nice deal that I rented the gears for 50,000. Now I had like 40K in my pocket. And now the turning point is when the creative director called me on the last day of the shoot, and she gifted me this camera. Yeah, she told me, "Ian, you've been a blessing in this production. This is my gift to you. It will do more good in your hands than mine." The creative director was from New York. Yeah. And after that also, she gifted me a MacBook. And I think that was it was a turning point in my life. And I actually believe that this is going to work out, because these were just dreams that I wrote in my book. And I was never expecting it to ever happen. My favorite project yet, I usually use yet because I know there's more to come. Yeah, so shooting in Loiter was the best moment of my life, because we were in the jungle like for 3 weeks. We used to sleep in tents, and with this Maasai culture, there's no net. Okay, there's network, but there's no disturbance of the phone, the chaos in town, and I actually loved that life. And I was just up and about. I was doing everything from from being a production assistant to doing my own job, and I was just up to speed with everything. The one tip I'd love to share is always show up. Just show up, manze. uh, Wherever you are in life, I know there are many photographers out there who are gearless, who still hire gears from ferries and stuff. And it's actually really hard. And sometimes you might find it really hard to move on, like just to push forward and stuff. So I think the secret is in showing up, even when you don't want to, you know? When I was going to that masterclass, the one that made me learn this job, that gave me this camera, I didn't even have money for transport, but I just pushed myself to go. I'm one of those guys who believe in faith. I feel like my life is just based on faith with action, because sometimes I just leave the house to go somewhere without even transport, but I'll get transport on the way. So the fact that I showed up to that event and made networks, and it has led me to where I am today. So the secret is in showing up. You just do whatever you do it. Just do it. The whole photography thing, I used to hold back and saying, I don't have gears, I can't start, let me just wait till I get gears. And something just pushed me, and I told myself, Ian, just start with whatever you have. You have friends who have cameras, they can help you and stuff. And now that's just how I started. And shooting events for free sometimes, and which landed me also jobs. I used to sacrifice even rent money to hire gears. I go shoot for free, but it has got me jobs even with the DocuBox. You know DocuBox? It's an organization that funds like filmmakers, documentary filmmakers, and it's been a really good journey with them. Nowadays, whenever they have gigs, they call me, and it all came with one event that I just decided to shoot for free, you see, and deliver quickly. Yeah, so last year early this year when we went to Loiter, something changed inside me. I never came back the same person. And Michael, there's something that usually called me to nature. And I think at that point is when it's packed. And now I just decided, wildlife photography is really expensive. The gears are so expensive, the 200 to 600 lenses. And now, also I just told myself, just like last year, start with what you have. And now I was researching on ways I can start and actually make an impact, also doing conservation as well. And now I joined Nature Kenya and Friends of Nairobi National Park, which have been giving me opportunities to maybe enter the park and yeah. So I shoot while conserving the environment as well, of which I want to go into conservation filmmaking. Yeah. So about the Canon masterclass. So there were two masterclasses. There was the documentary filmmaking masterclass and the wildlife filmmaking masterclass. And they were happening on the same day. Yeah, they were happening on the same day. The documentary one is the one I registered for by Georgina Goodwin, and it was awesome. I really learned a lot, and Georgina actually challenged us to do some stuff, which I'm going to put into practice. And now when I was at the documentary photography masterclass, one of my friends told me, do you know there's a wildlife photography masterclass as well? And I actually didn't know about it. And then he showed me all the stuff for going to Nairobi National Park. Then I was thinking, why am I here? I should be on the other side. So after our masterclass, I went to the other masterclass. It was actually just a stone throw away in Westlands also. And unfortunately, I found them already leaving for the game drive. So that day, I talked to Georgine. I reached out actually to the Canon people if I could go for the editing workshop, which was the next day. It was a 2-day masterclass. And I also asked Georgina to help if she can help me try and get in. And she told me, Ian, you know what? It will be hard because you have to sign up, but you just show up, and the least they can say is no. So yesterday morning, I just woke up and decided to show up, of which at first they were reluctant to let me in, but they decided, yeah, I think it was God's favor on my side. And actually, yeah, it was God's favor, and they let me in, and I really learned a lot. I made a lot of connections. The masterclass was our teacher was Paras Chandaria, and he's really amazing. He's good at what he does, and I'm really glad that I got the opportunity to attend it. Thanks to Canon. First of all, I think Cameras Africa has played a big role in my photography career, because ever since I decided to be intentional about it, I've been going to a lot of workshops by Cameras Africa, and I've really learned a lot. And actually, the connections you make during these workshops are the ones that change your life, not even what you learn. Okay, sometimes what you learn you already know, but the networks you create in these workshops are really important. And I really want to thank Cameras Africa for what they are doing. And one message to the photographers out there: you just do it, broke. I always show up, and yeah, everything will always be okay. Yeah. Cameras Africa, equipping storytellers.